evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Access Center here in Morden, Manitoba for this game tonight. For this game tonight between the Winnipeg Avros and the home team, the Pembina Valley Hawks. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Graham Forsyth, joined by color commentator Cody Wall to my right, as well as Seth Rock. He'll be the third man on our crew here tonight. Of course, this is our pregame show. The Pembina Valley Hawks coming into this game after suffering 2 losses last weekend. Cody, 5-3 to Yellowhead, 5-2 to Westman. And for the Winnipeg Avros, they were in Calgary last weekend playing in a tournament. They're set to get back on track here in this regular season. But Seth, 2 teams coming in, hungry for a win. How do you think this game is going to go here tonight, Seth?
Well, yeah, they're both at 3 wins, so they're both looking for that 4th one here tonight, and it's going to be a close battle. These 2 teams are really similar in how they're built, and they're also just, like I said, they're looking for that 4th win, so they're going to be battling really hard tonight. I expect a quick, fast game. Also, though, may see a little bit of defensive hiccups here and there because of how skilled these teams are, but it should be a great game here tonight.
Yeah, it looks like both these teams are coming out firing all cylinders. Looks like actually we have the breast cancer awareness jerseys in the warm-up today, so we'll see if they continue to wear them, Pembina Valley, that is. Some players that I think for the Winnipeg Avros that are going to be some standouts today would probably be Nora Collins. Last game, she had registered 5 shots on goal, so I can imagine that she's going to be buzzing today, trying to put some points up on the board.
Yeah, and the game plan for the Avros, I feel like, is going to be using their speed, utilizing their strengths, being aggressive on that puck, and really playing their systems to the best of their abilities. For Pembina Valley, it's just that hard work and get after pucks, put pucks to the net. That's kind of their motto, what they've been rolling with this season. So you've given your player to watch already for the Winnipeg Avros. What about from the Pembina Valley side of things, Cody?
Pembina Valley side of things, I'm actually going to give 2 players, actually 3 players to kind of watch today, just kind of with the fact that they've all 3 recently committed to college. And that is Annika Braun, number 12. She recently committed to Jamestown University on October 8th. Cambrie Martens recently had committed to Jamestown University as well. And Mackenzie Cooling went for the hat trick, and she committed to Jamestown University. So all 3 of those girls are going to be playing together next year when they are done their time here in Pembina Valley. And I think that with them recently committing, they're all going to be wanting to, have an extra little momentum in their game, having, recently committed.
Well, we're about to get the game underway here. Pembina Valley not out yet. We'll give you guys the starting lineups today. For Pembina Valley starting off, Erica Fiala and number 11, Leah Poteau. On defense for Pembina Valley, up front, it's going to be Annika Braun along with Abby Bordedoui, and as well as Mackenzie Cooling. 2 inactives today, 3 inactives for Pembina Valley. Quinn McLaren away for both games this weekend. Janique Grenier will be inactive today, as well as Maya Pierce. Starting in goal is Kaylee Franz. And then on the Avros side of things, Tatum Nicholson and Vanessa Moreira are out today. Starting on D for them is going to be Elizabeth Bird and Kylie Johnson. And then up front, it's going to be number 16, Kaylin Weisner, Nora Collins, and Courtney Bays. Getting the start in net is Yanina Karitanovic, number 29 for the Avros. We'll be back here in just a moment, folks. We're going to throw to a commercial break for our pregame. We'll be back for the call here between the Winnipeg Avros taking on the home team, the Pembina Valley Hawks, in just a moment. And welcome back to the Access Center here, folks, for this game tonight between the home team, the Pembina Valley Hawks, and the away team, the Winnipeg Avros. Of course, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Graham Forsyth, joined by my color commentator to my right, Cody Wall, and then to my far this right, it's Seth Rock. We're going to get the singing or the playing of the Canadian National Anthem here in just a moment. Some nice fist bumps. Number 10 for the Avros pumped up, along with number 5, Elizabeth Bird, Dezea Mozienko, and Elizabeth Bird. And we're going to send it to the national anthem here real quick before we start. And the singing of the national anthem, well, the playing of the national anthem over here. We're about set for the puck to drop here on this Saturday night matchup from Morden, Manitoba. Of course, Pembina Valley wearing their cancer care jerseys tonight. A lot of proceeds going to cancer care tonight. We'll have more details on that later on in the game, but the Avros wearing their dark jerseys tonight. Of course, Courtney Bays, Cody, been a huge part of this team so far this season, a huge part of their success. What should we expect out of her today?
Well, with 9 goals already on the year and 15 games, you can expect her to be a sharpshooting player for the Avros tonight.
And the puck is dropped. We're underway here from the Access Events Center in Morden, Manitoba. The Avros possessing the puck. It's going to be to Kylie Johnson. She goes across to Elizabeth Bird. She founds on that pass, and it's going to be taken the other way by Pembina Valley. Abby Bordedoui bringing it up now. Bordedoui shoots, and that's going to be a save by Carrie Tanovich there. Elizabeth Bird behind her net. She's going to bank that off the boards to Kylie Johnson. Courtney Bays, captain of this year's Avros team, playing the puck up in her zone to Weisner. Going across to Collins. Collins going to dump that in. She's going to give chase. Nice play there by Collins. Collins sends that out in front, but guarded nicely in front there by Pembina Valley. Still in Pembina Valley's zone, but they able to clear the puck. It's going to be the Avros trying to go up now. Mozienko just going to send that in. Number 12, Lazard, giving chase for the Avros. Creating the pass there that went to a Pembina Valley player. Now it's going to be sent into the Pembina Valley zone and cleared back out. And we're going to get an icing on the play.
Yeah, we were talking before the game about some of the Pembina Valley players that had recently committed. Some of the Winnipeg Avro players that have recently committed to college is Nora Collins had committed to University of Manitoba for the 22 season. Courtney Bays has committed to York University for 2022, and Maggie Mitiani has committed to Windsor University for 2022.
This Avros team loaded with talent this season. They're currently 3-1 in the MFHL. Of course, they spent their last weekend playing in Calgary for a tournament, so no league games for them. They're back in action, of course, here tonight against Pembina Valley. Puck's going to be sent into the Avro zone. No icing on the play. Kylie Johnson there to pick it up. She goes to Rempel, but she's going to get that taken away from her. It's going to be sent back into the Avro zone. Now it's going to be taken up by Rempel. Rempel sending that to Johnson. Johnson sent that across to a teammate. A scrum near the blue line in the Avro zone. Back to get the puck is Maggie Matani. Maggie Matani plays that to Kylie Johnson. Kylie Johnson now skating up with it in her zone. She's going to pass that to Hukuluk, but that's going to be out of her reach, and an icing will send this draw into the Avro zone.
Yeah, early I noticed a few opportunities there for the Avros. They came out for a quick start. Let's see if Pembina Valley can get back in it here.
Of course, the Avros are missing 2D in this game, Tatum Nicholson and Vanessa Moreira. And it's going to be Rempel playing that up. It's going to be sent into behind the Avros net. There to play it is Matani. Matani playing that along the boards to Hukuluk. Going to be sent out of the Avro zone now. Recovering it there was a Pembina Valley player. They're going to send that in. Kylie Johnson going to retrieve the puck. Johnson playing that off the boards to Nora Collins. Nora Collins gets that to Weisner. Weisner going up to Courtney Bays. Here's the captain now. Courtney Bays leaves that for Collins, and that's going to be wide of the net. Franz not having to make a save on that one. Now pressure here from the Avros. And on Pembina Valley, Bays going to send that down to Collins. Collins unable to receive that pass. Going to be rimmed around the boards now. And it's going to be brought up by Annika Braun. Braun trying to chip and go, but she's going to be shut down there by Johnson. No icing going to be called on the play. Pembina Valley back in their zone, retrieving the puck now. And going to be pressured. Annika Braun going to be back there to get that puck around the boards. But the Avros come up with it. Tomes with a shot from the point, puts that on net, rebound there, but no Avros players there to get that puck. It's going to be sent out of the zone. Now here's Elizabeth Bird. Bird trying to build some speed. Ankowski now pressuring near the line. It's going to be Lily Fiala there as well. And we're going to get a whistle, a stoppage in the play here at 15:23 left in this game. Pembina Valley and Winnipeg both tied at 0-0 apiece in this game early on.
Yeah, you were mentioning, Seth, before that looked like the Avros have come out firing all cylinders. It looks like the Pembina Valley hasn't been able to quite match the intensity so far yet in these early 5 minutes, but we'll see if they look to turn up the heat a little bit.
And going to be a tripping call coming here on the play to the Winnipeg Avros, sending Pembina Valley on the girl advantage here early on in the game.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be going on the Supplement King power play. Supplement King. And Swift Current. Look to Supplement King and Swift Current and Winkler today for all your supplement needs.
Pembina Valley looking to generate some momentum here on this power play and get the early goal against the Avros.
And that's one thing, going on the man advantage after we were just talking about how they need to kind of turn up the pressure. This will be definitely an opportunity for them to do it.
Puck's going to be sent down by number 7, Maggie Matani. Franz coming out of her net there. It's going to be Emily Foster playing that up to Braun. Braun going to play that across to Bordadui. Bordadui now with some nice moves inside the zone. He's going to go back to teammate. Shot on net, but that doesn't get to the net. And that is going to be picked up by AP player for the Avros, number 4, Ella Speechley, and sent down. Minute 30 here remaining on this power play for Pembina Valley. It's going to be sent to Caitlin Anderson. Anderson now goes and shoots, and a save there made by Carrie Tanovich.
Definitely encouraging to see the Pembina Valley making some, getting some shots on the net and trying to test number 29 of Yania Kachanokov.
Nope, it's Yanina Karitanovic is how you pronounce her name. It's a tough one there, Cody. Draw's going to be to the left of Karitanovic. It's going to be won by the Avros. Trying to get that out, but that's going to be held in by Fiala. Sent that on net, turned aside by Karitanovic. And now, behind the net, Pembina Valley. It's going to go to Puto. Puto sent that to a teammate. Puto at the line. It's going to end up Fiala's stick. Fiala tries putting that on net, but that's going to be blocked and sent out of the Winnipeg Avros zone. Fiala now in her zone. Plays that puck to Caitlin Anderson. Anderson going to have that block there by Weisner. Anderson going to play that up to her sister Jessica. 25 seconds remaining here on this early power play for Pembina Valley. We sent up to Cambrie Martens now. Cambrie Martens going to take it into the zone. Stops up, but keeps going. Stops up again. Sending that to Bordadui. Abby Bordadui now. Near the blue line. Going to send that to a teammate off the crossbar. That shot, Carrie Tanovich could not see that one, but it ends up finding iron. And we'll be back to even strength here now. Going to be played off the boards. Braun going to chip that up. She's going to give chase, pressuring on Matani, and a bit too physical there from Braun as she's going to get a penalty on this play, sending Pembina Valley to the penalty kill.
Yeah, looks like Pembina Valley is going to be going on the penalty kill, and that is brought to you by Supplement Insurance. As an athlete, are you looking for additional coverage? Contact Supplement Insurance today. And just after Pembina Valley was trying to get some of their momentum going their way, looks like they're going to have to hunker down here and go on the penalty kill here and kill it off.
Now the Avros on the power play. It's going to be Tomes at the point, sending that to Collins. Going to be back to Tomes. Puck on net, a tip there by Bays, but that one goes wide. Going to be sent back up to Tomes. Tomes going to play that to the half wall to Collins. Collins going to go to Tomes. Puts that on net. Rebound there. Bays there as well, but standing tall there was Kaylee Franz, covering it up here with a minute 39 left on the Avros power play.
Yeah, although it's very early into this Avros power play, I really do like the puck movement so far. Nice, crisp passes that are on tape to tape, and it's just been very, very good puck movement for the start of this power play for the Avros.
Birdie Bays ties up her opponent there. It's going to go to the point to Tomes. Low shot on net, but that's kicked aside by Franz. Valley trying to play it out. It's going to be Matani there. Going to go to Weisner. Weisner trying to send that to Collins, but a stick there from Franz breaks that one up. Courtney Bays now with the puck. She sends that down low to Weisner, but Weisner unable to come up with that, and it's going to be picked up by Pembina Valley. Now Nora Collins with the puck now. Collins going to leave that for Tomes. Tomes coming in now off the point. She shoots on net. Rebound there. Another save by Franz. And that's a goal. What an effort there by the Winnipeg Avros in front of the net. I believe that was Courtney Bays picking up the garbage in front, putting it in, and giving the Avros the 1-0 lead here early on the power play.
Yeah, and you can't really fault Kaylee France there on that sequence. When there's 4 or 5 shots coming at you in the span of 2-3 seconds, you're just guessing. And looks like the Avros were able to put one by, and look to see Pembina Valley step up here. after Winnipeg getting that first goal.
And Pembina Valley in their zone now with the puck. The Avros trying to add on to their lead here early on in the game. Speechley putting that up the boards. That's going to be sent in by Caitlin Anderson. Pembina Valley on the attack now. Going to be pinned along the boards. The puck trying to get it loose. Puck is still along the boards. Still battling there, and it's going to be picked up by the AP player, Ella Speechley. Going to be Huckaluk sending that across. It's going to end up on Rempel's stick. Rempel coming in now, but that's going to be an offside on the play.
A great opportunity for Speechley here. As you said, it's her AP game. It must be very, very, very exciting for her to get up and play with this Avros team.
Yeah, in her 2 games prior this year, Ella actually has 2 goals. So she'll be looking to keep going in every game that she does find her way in with the Avros here, with having such great success in the games she has had.
Giving the coaches an early look of what they could be getting next year if she decides to try out for the Avros. Of course, them and the Ice have tryouts together, and they do a draft afterwards. And now coming in now is Bordadui. Bordadui trying to play that teammate, but that's going to be picked off by Rempel. Rempel going to play that off the boards, but unable to receive it there is Huckaluk. Going to be sent in by Cambrie Martens. Ella Speechley now. Going to play that off the boards to her teammate in Johnson. Going to be sent up now to number 8, Lubke. Tries being sent out in front, but guarded up nicely by Pembina Valley. No one there in the vicinity for the Avros. And now it's going to be Tomes back in her own end, skating with it. Sends that to a teammate in Mosienko. Mosienko going to play that to Lazat. Elizabeth Bird with the puck now. Behind her net, she's going to play that up the boards to Mosienko, but just out of her reach. Pembina Valley continues to send it back down low. And now here comes Elizabeth Bird with it now. Elizabeth Bird coming in. Elizabeth Bird skating through the whole team now. Trying to get by the last person, but unable to. Good effort there from Bird. It's going to be sent on net by Matani, and that's going to be covered up. And we're going to get a stoppage in play here with a cover up by Franz.
Yeah, what a play you mentioned by Byrne, able to go end to end and get a scoring opportunity. Unfortunately for her, she wasn't able to bury it, but look to her to get some more shots on net and maybe some more rushes early on in this game.
Draw is going to be won by Courtney Bays, back to Matani. Matani going to send that along the boards down low. Speechley trying to send that in deep, but puck hops over her stick. It's going to be Maggie Matani going to play that to Weisner. Weisner trying to find Bays, but can't connect with her. Bays on the puck still. Continuing. It's going to be Pembina Valley on the puck now. And Pembina Valley going to get possession of it. Going to be sent across. Ella Speechley going to be there to recover the puck. Speechley losing it a bit, and she gets her stick in the way. Going to be an interference penalty coming up here to AP player number 4. Ella Speechley sending Pembina Valley to the power play.
Yeah, nice play by Mackenzie Cooley in there to just keep going, to kind of keep the play going and kind of get Ella there to commit the tripping. And that penalty is going to put us on the Supplement King power play. Athletes, contact Supplement King and Swift Current and Winkler today for all your supplement needs.
Fiala sending that one down low. It's going to be to Cambrie Martens now. Abby Bordadui, my apologies. Bordadui sent that one across. Ends up getting sent out of Pembina Valley zone. Kaylee Franz there, out of the net to leave it for Erica Fiala. Now going to be sent up to Pembina Valley player. A nice dangle there, trying to get inside, but a nice shutdown there by the Winnipeg Avros, and they send it down. Be Puto with the puck now. Skating it in her zone for Pembina Valley. Playing that off the board. It's going to be Fiala. Sending that across to, I believe that's Bordadui. Bordadui goes off for a change now. Puto sending that to Caitlin Anderson. Anderson going to send that in deep. Caitlin Anderson now with the puck sends that to the point. Shot on net and a save there by Carrie Tanovich to cover things up with 53 seconds remaining on this Pembina Valley power play.
Man, that's got to be like the 5th time I think you've called Bordadui there. Man, she has some excellent moves in her repertoire, especially today, noticing her a lot early on.
She's definitely one who's going to be pushing the play for Pembina Valley today.
Going to be held in there by Puto. Shot going to be high and just high of the net. And it's going to be cleared by the Avros. Going to end up on the stick off after banking off the boards of Franz, and she just decides to cover it up and stop the play here with 7 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. The Avros lead this game 1-0, and they're shorthanded as well with 37 seconds left on this Pembina Valley Hawks power play.
That's one thing I noticed from the Avros is they're always giving it 110% on all the puck battles. They're most of the time going to be the first one on. You saw it there if Franz wouldn't have covered up, Bays would have been the first on the puck. So covering up was definitely the right decision there to get some fresh skaters for Pembina Valley.
Now, Abby Bordadui in the neutral zone trying to make a move, but unable to get by the Avros player there. Now it's going to be sent around the boards, trying to be kept in. Abby Bordadui with the puck on her stick again, leaves that for a teammate. And going to be held in now, but that's going to be picked off by Mosienko. Mosienko now trying to beat a defender, and she does. Mosienko still on the puck, sending that out towards the blue line, but no one there on her team to receive it. Lazat now with the puck. Lazat trying to continue with it, but that's going to be picked off, taken away by Mackenzie Cooling, and she sends that in, going off for a change, getting fresh legs out here for Pembina Valley. It's going to be skated in now. A shot on net, that's going to be turned away. It's going to be nope, at the point, that was Foster. And here's Nora Collins coming in now. Nora Collins sending that towards the front of the net. And nice play there by Pembina Valley defensively to turn that one aside, not allowing the Avros players to get inside the house there. Kelly Johnson, beautiful dangle. Kelly Johnson shoots, and a better save there by Kaylee Franz. Covering it up here with 5:38 left here in the first.
Yeah, it came down to a duel there, and Kaylee Franz just wanted it a little bit more. She wanted to keep her team in it and keep it to 1.
Draw is going to be possessed by the Avros at the point. Kylie Johnson sending that one in for her teammate. Putting on a forecheck now. And now here comes Pembina Valley getting out of the zone, but unable to keep puck possession there. Going to be picked off now by Jessica Anderson. Doesn't go offside there, so they're able to continue attacking. But the Avros coming into the neutral zone now, sending that in. That was Rempel sending it in deep. Pembina Valley go out. It's going to be Jessica Anderson trying to send that to Caitlin Anderson, but that one out of her reach. Now here goes Elizabeth Bird. Elizabeth Bird going wide with the puck now. Bird stops up. She sends that to the point to Tomes. Tomes sending that in deep for Rankowski. And it's going to be chipped out of the Pembina Valley zone. Bird there in the neutral zone. Just elects to send it in. No icing on the play. The Avros continuing to pressure here. Continuing to forecheck. Rankowski going out in front the net with that pass. Out towards the front of the net with that pass. Ended up on Bird's stick. And retrieving it now for Pembina Valley. It's going to be picked off by the Avros. Lizotte drops that back. Puck's going to be on net. Franz able to turn that one away. Now Annika Braun trying to chip that out. It's going to get turned over. Matani shot blocked in front. And Pembina Valley trying to get it out, but they can't seem to get it out. It's going to be Matani jumping up into the play to pick that off. Matani shoots off the crossbar. It could have been 2-0 there, but we still got a 1-goal game. Now puck's going to try to get sent out again, but going to be, I believe, just got out of the zone, so we're going to get a face-off just outside of Pembina Valley zone here with 3:36 left in the period. 1-0, the Winnipeg Avros lead over the Pembina Valley Hawks.
Yeah, not a second too soon there for Pembina Valley. It looks like they kind of got a little bit hemmed in their end, and that whistle got them to get some fresh legs out there and possibly try to generate some offense their way.
Talked about this Avros forecheck before the game and their speed. It's been on display this period, their forecheck especially. Matani trying to send that to a teammate, but that's going to be intercepted by number 16, Scharf. It's in the Avro zone now. Collins with a breakout pass to Bays. Bays coming in now. Bays going to send that to Weiser. Weiser shoots, and getting a piece of that was Franz. Just going to send it out of play here. And another face-off in the Pembina Valley zone.
Yeah, the Avros have really come out here early, really pressing the play and activating on the forecheck with very, very quick sticks. You got to see Pembina Valley looking to have a better start in the second period.
And puck's going to be possessed by the Avros. Hukulek now with the puck, trying to protect it, but it's going to be knocked away. Caitlin Anderson chipping this one now. It's going to be into the Avro zone. Callie Johnson going to play that off the boards to Zott, or to her teammate. Number 8, Lubke, my apologies, or Lubke. Hukulek now coming into the zone. She's going to stop up, look for options, going to try to send that one across to Rankowski. Unable to find her. And Rankowski just going to play that into her zone as the Avros regroup here, playing that into her own zone. Lizotte with the puck now. Continues with it. Lizotte going to cut towards the middle and continue with it now. Going across the ice. Now it's going to be Maggie Matani skating with it in her own end. She's into the neutral zone now. Matani going to continue with it in the offensive zone. She runs out of room and just decides to play it up, putting that puck deeper into Pembina Valley's zone. Going to go to Megan Tomes. Tomes shoots! And we're going to get a penalty on the play here, I believe. Or just a high stick, maybe.
Yeah, looks like Maggie Mitiani is going to be going off for a high sticking penalty, and looks like that's going to send Pembina Valley to the Supplement King power play. Athletes, contact Supplement King and Swift Current and Winkler today for all your supplement needs.
And depending on what happens in this Pembina Valley power play, they'll still have 22 seconds left remaining on this girl advantage at the start of the second period. Shot trying to get through, but that's going to be blocked, and it's going to be sent down by Lizotte. Back there retrieving the puck is Erica Fiala. Fiala going to send that across to Puto. Puto sending that one across to Jessica Anderson. Anderson in the zone, but she's going to get that taken away by Rankowski. Rankowski trying to get that out, but nice play with the glove of Fiala. She goes across to Puto, and that one's going to be wide of the net. Pinned along the boards is Kylie Johnson. Pinning her there is Jessica Anderson. Rankowski trying to get that out, but not hard enough. Almost out, actually. Puto with a shot, and that's going to be turned aside easily by Carrie Tanovich. And trying to send that to a teammate was Fiala, but unable to receive that pass was Jessica Anderson, and Pembina Valley going off for a change here. 30 seconds remaining in this period. the Avros continuing the pressure on the penalty kill. That's Nora Collins. Puck's going to get by her. Going to be sent to Martens. Martens going to send that to Borderdui. Borderdui coming in now. Borderdui shooting. Trying to get her own rebound, but unable to. Under 10 seconds remaining now in this period. 5 seconds. And we are going to see the Avros taking in a 1-0 lead heading into the second period. Of course, Pembina Valley will still be on the power play for 22 seconds. And yeah, 1-0 game here after this period, but the Avros definitely coming out to play here in this first period. After seeing what we saw, Cody.
Yeah, definitely. They were buzzing out there. Like we had said earlier, they were first to the puck 90% of the time, but I did like the Pembina Valley power play in this last sequence. They definitely were able to circulate the puck quite well and get some shots on the Winnipeg Avros net.
Yeah, and to your point on that last power play, I thought one player that really stood out to me on that power play and some earlier power plays, in fact, has been Erica Fiala. I've noticed she's very, very good at holding the puck in the line. She's had to rush to the blue line to hold pucks in often, and she's been able to do that quite successfully.
Well, we're going to send it to commercial break here now. We'll be back for the call of this second period, and we're also going to have some stuff in between intermissions as well. This first period brought to you by Case Financial. Are you looking to buy a home? Then contact Case Financial for your mortgage today.
And welcome to the Between the Periods version of Seth's Inside Corner.
Seth's Inside Scoop.
Seth's Inside Scoop, sorry.
All good,
Inside
Cody.
Scoop. Seth, it's been a pretty interesting game we've had here today. What are your kind of thoughts on, let's start with what Pembina Valley's been doing right. Let's go with the positives first.
Well, I think you alluded to it near the end of that first period there, was their power play. I thought they had a few good looks on their power play, especially from, this the amount of shots they were able to get off. Like, it was a lot more promising than what we saw when they weren't on the power play. But one thing I think they should improve on is just activating those legs a little bit more, just getting a little more faster, a little more harder on the puck. And I think if they can do that, they can be a little more successful here in the second period.
Definitely. I would definitely agree with that kind of analysis of their kind of things that they need to do a bit better. Winnipeg Avros, what's some of the good that they've been doing that you've seen in today's game?
Just speed with them. It's all their players. I think they've had multiple players that have had rushes and odd man or odd girl opportunities on the puck there, and and we saw they have a lot of silky moves to their repertoire as well. Like, you've seen them cut through the slot, able to get a few shots on net, and kind of just mesmerize the Hawks here early in this first period.
For sure. So you kind of alluded to a couple of other things. Is there anything else you kind of see that Pembina Valley needs to work on to kind of grab the game a little bit more and kind of get themselves back into this 1-0 game?
I think they need to work. I think they need to be a little bit more harder on the puck in their own zone. There's been a few times I've noticed in that first period where the Avros have been all over the puck and they've had just opportunity after opportunity and getting shots from everywhere. And I think a lot of that has been to the fact that Pembina Valley hasn't really had their players covering a little bit. Like, there's been at some points where Avro players have been wide open to get those shots off. So I think if they're a little more harder on the puck in this second period, I think they will have success, because we did see there was a lot of bright spots for them in that first period. They just, I think, need to activate their legs a little bit more on that forecheck.
For sure. And kind of one last thing, we'll kind of see. I know Avros had a pretty strong period there, but do you see any weaknesses in their games? Anything that they'd kind of be looking to kind of tighten up to, kind of put that stranglehold on Pembina Valley and kind of get that next goal?
So they, like you said, they had done a lot right, but one thing I think they need to do a little bit more is to be a little more disciplined. I did see that one penalty that just that slash that this didn't really seem too necessary to me, and they've had a few penalties now, so I think if they clean up their discipline a little bit more, or they become more disciplined a little bit, I think they have a better chance to, I think they have a better chance to add to their lead here.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely some interesting some takes here on the game. We'll look to talk to you again, Seth, in between the next between this first and third period intermission. We're going to send it to another commercial break. I'm Cody Wall here with AST Productions and Seth Rock. Thank you for joining me between the periods here.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack. Welcome to Pilot Mountain Hockey Academy, your world-class academic and hockey training facility created to maximize each student's athletic and academic potential. Blackjack Stewart Arena, home of the Buffalo, is inside the 46,000 square foot complex, as well as a curling rink and other facilities. The students have a unique combination of successful, well-rounded education at Pilot Mountain Collegiate Institute and the professional hockey training in an encouraging community. The years of experience of on-ice coaching propel our students to the next level, both mentally and physically, in a professional environment.
And welcome back to Morden, Manitoba here in this evening matchup. This matchup tonight in the MFHL between the Pembina Valley Hawks, the home team, against the Winnipeg Avros, the away team. The Avros leading 1-0 after the first period, heading into the second period. And, boys, myself, Graham Forsyth, joined to my right is Cody Wallen. To my farthest right is Seth Rock. Both of these two did a segment during the first intermission, just, talk about, kind of build off the things that you guys were talking about, starting off with the Pembina Valley Hawks, what they'll need to do to get back in this game in this period.
Sorry, one player I kind of liked in for Pembina Valley was Cambrie Martens. I know she kind of was a little bit quiet out there in the first period, but one thing I kind of liked was the way they were utilizing her on both forward and defense. You kind of that Swiss Army knife player you can put anywhere, and she'll kind of fill those gaps where you need it. And I really appreciated seeing that out of her today.
Yeah, I did notice a lot of versatility in her game as well. And player for me for Pembina Valley, I've looked to a little bit so far in this game has been Erica Fiala. I mentioned her in that show just before, but I really just like her overall game and where she's been up and down the ice. She's been a very, very reliable defensively and has worked really well in that Pembina Valley power play despite them not scoring a goal.
I do got to clarify one thing. The Winnipeg Avros played last night against the Westman Wildcats, and the Avros took that game 3-2. So first loss for Westman on the season, and the Avros here continuing to improve their record as they actually moved to 4-1 yesterday. But, talking about this power play here for Pembina Valley, they got 22 seconds left remaining to start off this period. Just what are you guys looking to see in the short amount of time that they are going to be on the power play to start things off here?
Hard to say what you're going to see out of Pembina Valley there, just because, having a bit of a break between intermissions there. Hard to see if they'll be able to kind of muster up that same momentum coming into this first 30 seconds or more like 22 seconds of the period. Hard to see if they'll be able to maintain that kind of pressure that they had.
Yeah, for me, I think they definitely are going to tone it up a bit. I don't like we said before, I don't think it was a bad period for them by any means, but I think they are going to definitely come out here faster, and they're going to want to strike early, especially with this power play that they got left here.
Well, we're set to drop the puck here in period 2 for Morden, Manitoba, and it's going to be won by Pembina Valley. Going to be Puto sending that across to Fiala. Fiala going to Braun. Braun tries sending that to teammate. It's going to be picked off by Braun now. Braun sending that out in front. Going to go to Puto. Puto going to go across to Fiala. Fiala's shot is going to be blocked by Bays. Back to even strength now. And now going to be picked off by Weisner. Weisner coming in now, shoots, and that's going to be turned aside with the glove of Kaylee Franz. Now with it in the zone, in Pembina Valley zone was their own player, Puto. It's going to be in the neutral zone now. Going to be sent back into the Pembina Valley zone. Weisner with the puck. She's going to try sending that down low to Rankowski, but Pembina Valley going to recover it. The Avros in their own zone now with the puck. It's Maggie Matani. Matani trying to continue to skate with it. She sends a pass up that is not going to result in an icing. Mosey ankle recovering there for the Avros. Matani at the line, going to send that on net, turned aside with the paddle. Franz. To Megan Tomes now. Her shot, trying to find a tip. Rempel ends up putting that one on net, but Franz going to turn it away again. Going to go up to the point to Matani. Matani's shot going to be turned aside by Franz. And going to be picked up by Pembina Valley now. Now, here comes the Hawks coming in. A shot, and that's going to be turned aside by Carrie Tonovich. Lubke giving chase after sending it in for the Avros. And B. Rempel. Maya Rempel with the puck now. Going to get tied up. Pinned along the boards by Fiala. And Fiala trying to continue to battle And puck is going to be back to the point to Kylie Johnson now. Kylie Johnson tries sending that to a teammate down below. Johnson bats that clearing attempt away, down with her hand. But it's going to be sent out of the Pembina Valley Hog zone. Icing is waved off on the play. And it's going to be recovered in the neutral zone by Pembina Valley. That pass is going to be picked off by Courtney Bays. Courtney Bays with a good stick there is going to end up getting that back to Ella Speechley. Speechley going across to Johnson. Going to be up to Bays. Bays sending that to Weisner. Weisner going across to Collins. Collins shot. It's going to be tipped there by Vanstone. Annika Braun sending that up the middle. Annika Braun going to get the puck now. Braun going to play it past an Avros player and continue on the pressure, but that's going to be recovered by Tomes. Elizabeth Bird going to send that to Weisner. Weisner's pass to Bays is going to be too far. Foster trying to find a teammate, but that's out of their reach there. And Tomes going to play that across to Weisner, but Weisner loses possession of the puck. It's going to be sent in by Pembina Valley. On the puck now, it's Anderson going to Caitlin Anderson. Jessica Anderson now pressuring Tomes, and Tomes going to rim that around the boards. Going to end up going to Nora Collins. Collins in the neutral zone, gets past the red line and sends that one in. And an errant pass there going to end up on Speechley's stick. She's going to go across to her defensive partner in Matani. Matani going to play that up to Lazat. Can be Rankowski now. But Rankowski trying to play that out in front, no one there. Speechley with the shot towards the net. Rebound, scores! And picking up the rebound there was number 12, Mackenzie Lazat for the Avros, and they make this a 2-0 game.
Yeah, just a really unlucky ricochet there for Pembina Valley. I noticed it hit a player in front, and Franz was going the other way, and it left the part of the net open to bang home that rebound.
Yeah, Franz, definitely another one where you can't really fault her on it. Had a rebound out front and just, not able to get that second, third chance. She's always making that first shot though, which is something you'd like to continue to see out of her continuing in this game.
The Avros recently making this game 2-0 off of the goal by Mackenzie Lazat. Now Pembina Valley behind their net, trying to get it out now. As they're going to be pressured by the Avros. Rankowski putting on a nice forecheck there, but she's going to end up going off for a change shortly after. Vanstone now sending that in. And giving chase was Vanstone. Creates a turnover out in front. Carrie Tonovich able to come out and make that save to cover it up.
Just an excellent save, like you said, man. Able to track that puck and saw the turnover all the way and was able to slide out and make the excellent save there.
Yeah, Annika was sure licking her chops when she saw that juicy steak right on the doorstep. And, Yania said, no thank you.
And Annika Braun gets that shot on net. Going to be turned aside by Yanina. And going to be continuing to pressure is Pembina Valley, but it's going to be out of the Avro zone now. Rempel. It's going to be picked off now. Annika Braun. But Braun is going to end up, that play ending up winding offside, and we're going to get a face-off just outside of the Avro zone here with 14:35 left in this period. 2-0 the Avros lead over the Hawks.
Yeah, and just, even though the Avros recently had scored, all in all, so far this period, I do like the step up in the effort by Pembina Valley so far in this second period. They have been buzzing and on their way to the pucks a lot more than they had in the first period.
Huckaluk trying to make a move there at her own line, but she's going to not be able to get past there. It's going to be Lubke with the puck now. Lubke getting in. And she's going to be closed off there by Pembina Valley. Here comes the Hawks trying to get into the Avro zone, and they do. It's going to be Anderson shooting, and that one's just going to be high of the net. Can be held in here by Pembina Valley. The Hawks looking to pressure, and they do. Cooling going to send that to the point to Foster. Emily Foster going to go back to Cooling. Cooling shot, unable to get through. Going to be picked up in the Avro zone by Elizabeth Bird. Errant pass there. It's going to be picked up by Dale Bozick. And the Avros get it back here in the zone, sending it out. And Emily Foster there to retrieve the puck for the Hawks. And going to be played off the glass, sent back into the Avro zone now. And Hawks are going to get a fresh set of legs out now. Trying to continue this forecheck, keep the Avros in their own end. But it's going to be skated up by Kylie Johnson. Johnson dangling past Puto. Johnson with a beautiful attempt, but unable to finish the deke there. What a chance there for Kylie Johnson. But this game remains 2-0 for the Avros. Going to be played off the boards by Fiala. Going to be picked up by Tomes. Tomes going to send that around the boards in the Pembina Valley zone. Lizotte now sending that out in front. Unable to get a clean shot there was Rankowski. Rankowski back on the puck now along the half wall. Rankowski sends that to Megan Tomes. Megan Tomes with a blast, and that's going to be blocked by, I'm not sure who that is, by Bordedwy. Bordedwy continuing to give pressure, but it's going to be skated up by Maggie Matani. Matani trying to go wide and closed off there by number 8 for the Hawks. Going to be played up now. Sent into the Avro zone. Maggie Matani back with the puck behind her net now. She's going to send that to Tomes. Out of her reach, not able to get it. Not Tomes, rather Mosienko. Mosienko going to send that to Huckaluck. Huckaluck driving to the net. Rebound! Puck was there and scores. Not a rebound there, but taking it to the net was Huckaluck, creating an opportunity, and the Avros putting it into the net to make this 3-0.
Yeah, and excellent speed on that shift, able to cut towards the net and put the puck, cut towards the net and put the puck in the back of the net. Yeah, just a great play and a great goal. And unfortunately for Pembina Valley, after getting all that pressure, another goal is scored.
Yeah, unfortunately, looking at their effort level, it has looked better, but looking at the score, you wouldn't. Looking at the score, it wouldn't be indicative that they have definitely stepped it up in this second period. So let's see if they can maybe get a little bit of offense going their way with some of this good effort.
Yeah, definitely.
Pembina Valley in their zone, being pressured by the Avros. Kylie Johnson there with it. It's going to be Rempel trying to dangle past there, but shut down by the Hawks. And now it's at the line. It's along the boards. Trying to get the loose puck now. And it's going to be Huckaluck with it. Huckaluck making a nice move. She's going to go back to the point, banking it off the boards, but that one's going to be too hard and out of the reach of Kylie Johnson. Carrie Tonovich looked like she was going to come out of the net, but elects to stay in, allowing Johnson to retrieve it. Bays unable to receive that pass. And it's going to be Bordedwy coming in now. Bordedwy takes it towards the net. Rebound there, but no one there for the Hawks to get it. And it's going to be sent down by the Avros into the Hawks zone for an icing, sending a face-off into the Avros zone.
One thing that's going to be important is kind of all the Hawks kind of dialing in some of that energy that Ava Delbozic had on that chasing of the icing that was kind of called off there. She had the wheels going, and she was going hard.
And a tie up there. It's going to be Weisner coming in now. Weisner trying to beat a girl wide, but she's going to get taken down there by number 16, Naomi Scharf. Bays going to send that to the point to Kylie Johnson now. Going to go back to Courtney Bays. Bays ends up sending that one across to Tomes. Courtney Bays sending that down low with her backhand. Wisner battling down low, continues on with the puck, tries sending that out in front cross crease, but unable to find a teammate. The Avros continue on with the pressure here. It's going to be Nora Collins coming out towards the middle of the net from the half wall. My apologies, folks. We're back to play here. Going to be a delayed offside on the play. And going to be trying to play that in, but the linesman getting into the way. Elizabeth Bird behind the net now. Going to send that to Tomes. Going to be taken away there by Pembina Valley, clogging up the boards nicely. And the Avros are going to get it out. Bays trying to beat the icing, but the ref, the linesman, deciding to call it anyways, sending it back into the Avro zone.
Yeah, to Cody's point a little earlier, I have noticed Ava Dalbozuk a few times in this game. She is one of those players, I believe, that hides under the radar quite a bit. She is excellent speed and is always working her hardest to get to that puck.
Going to be held in by the Hawks. Sending that deep into the zone. Going to be held in by Fiala. Fiala shot. Going to be no rebound there. Carrie Tonovich covering it up and stopping the play here with 8:40 left in the second period.
Yeah, I think that's going to be, that play we just saw, I think that's going to be one of Pembina Valley's keys to the third period upcoming. Just getting shots on net. And it doesn't need to be the hardest shot in the world, but it can be even a fluttering shot can surprise the goalie sometimes.
Maggie Matani going to try playing that to Rankowski, but that's going to be behind her. And going to be an icing on the play once again. Sending it back into the Avro zone here for a face-off.
And just to kind of give you folks that are watching on tonight's broadcast a bit of a heads up, it looks like we're going to be having number 17 for the Winnipeg Avros, Tatum Nicholson, coming on between the second and third for an interview.
And Tatum Nicholson not dressing in tonight's game. And it's going to be played out in front, going towards the net there. We're the Hawks, but it's going to be out of the zone now. And now, here comes Mosienko sending that across to Lazat, but unable to connect. Back the other way is Abby Bordadouis now. Abby Bordadouis past the blue line into the Avro zone. Continuing with it, sends that out in front, and that's going to be a goal! And talk about lucky bounces. Pembina Valley gets one there. And they're on the board here, a 3-1 game now.
And if I'm not mistaken, it looked like Mitiani maybe put that in her own net when trying to clear it. It was a bit of a scramble in front of the net. I couldn't quite see.
Seth, what did you see on that one?
To be honest, I don't even really know. The play was behind the net, and the puck kind of just bounced out in front and into the goal there. I couldn't really tell what was going on, to be honest, if I'm being honest here.
Well, and with that confusing goal, looks like that goal was brought to you by Evolve Green.
We're back to play here. Pembina Valley cutting this league down a bit, now trailing 3-1 in this game. It's going to be Erica Fiala sending that one in. Harry Tonovich leaving that for Bird. Bird trying to go out to Lubke. Lubke on her knees now. Lubke trying to get by, but unable to possess that puck. Going to be close in on net now. Going to be behind the net. Lubke sending that towards the net. Rebound there. Nora Collins. And clearing that out. The house. Where's Pembina Valley? Tip. And that's going to be wide of the net. Going to be sent to the point. To Bird. Going to be Kylie Johnson picking it up. Kelly Johnson with a nice move there. Kelly Johnson shoots, and that's going to be turned aside by Franz.
Pembina Valley has to get a whistle here.
It's going to be pinned along the boards, battling for it, both the Hawks and the Avros. Bays trying to get it for the Avros, unable to. Going to be sent into the Hawk zone. Vanstone trying to play that up, but Bays there with the active stick to clog up the boards, or clog up the lane. And now here come the Hawks coming down the zone now. And going to be a cross-check, no penalty on the call. And it's going to go to the neutral zone for Wisner, sending that to Collins. It was in her feet. Tries kicking that up. She's on the puck now. And now it's going to be down below, behind the Pembina Valley net. Pembina Valley trying to break out here. It's going to go across to Cambrie Martens. Cambrie Martens now coming in. She sends that one on net. And there to clear the any action of Martens crashing that net was Matani. Carrie Tanovich covers it up, and we get another whistle here with 5:44 left in the period.
Yeah, you know what? That goal that we just saw by Pembina Valley, despite them being hemmed in the zone there, I think that's the exact type of goal they're going to need to get back in the game here.
It's going to go across to Lizotte. Lizotte trying to send that one towards the net. Unable to. Going to be rimmed around the boards now, and there is going to be Cooling. Going to be picked up by Cambrie Martens now. Or Abby Bordedwy. Apologies. Abby Bordedwy sending that one in. Playing that along the boards. Now here comes Lizotte trying to go to Rankowski, unable to find her. Abby Bordedwy trying to dangle past Rankowski, but Rankowski, great positioning there to shut that one down. Keeping the tight gap and good stick positioning. Bordedwy trying to create some chances with that forecheck in their zone. Ella Speechley going to send that to her winger. That pass ends up in the skates of Rankowski. Trying to hold the line there was Vanstone, rather. And Rankowski just going to send that in. Franz coming out of her net to leave that puck. Pembina Valley unable to keep that puck on their stick after breaking out. Avros sending it into the Pembina Valley zone now. Speechley going to send it down. And it's going to be into the Avros zone, and an icing is going to be called here on the play.
And yeah, it definitely looks like Pembina Valley was able to get a little bit of momentum, but from getting that kind of fluke goal, but kind of minutes after that Hawks goal, the Avros had definitely turned up the pressure and wanted to get them back on their heels a bit. And Pembina Valley is going to look to try and stay on the forecheck here if they can.
Going to be Wisner sending that to Collins. Going to be a shot from awkward angle there from Kelly Johnson getting that one on net. Ella Speechley with the puck now. She's going to send that across to Johnson. Speechley ended up going into her skate. She's going to be held up at her line. Wisner ending up going to Courtney Bays. Courtney Bays unable to keep a handle on that one. It's going to be Ella Speechley sending that off the boards, trying to go to Collins. Collins going to get the puck now. Collins trying to send that to Wisner, it looked like. But a nice play there by Pembina Valley to shut that pass down. Abby Bordedwy trying to send that towards the net. Going to be cleared by the Avros. And it's going to be Rankowski now. Rankowski. Annika Braun going to play that out of the zone. Going to be picked up by Elizabeth Bird. Elizabeth Bird circling back around her net. Bird with a nice move there. Had the player going the other way. Going to be sent out of Pembina Valley zone. Now the Avros are just going to send it right back in. That was Megan Tomes. She's going to go off for a change now. Be sent along the boards to Dale Bozick. Dale Bozick trying to get by there around her own net, but unable to. Speechley gonna put that in deep for the Avros. Bordadui gonna send that cross-ice pass through the legs of an Avros player. Unable to connect, however, was Pembina Valley. And now the Avros trying to catch Pembina Valley off guard on their change. Rempel's gonna leave that for Matani. Matani's shot gets tipped, and Fran's gonna be there to save it. Another shot. And the Avros unable to come up with that rebound to make this a 4-1 game. Van Stone going to pin Rempel to the boards. Jessica Anderson trying to chip it out, but Matani holds the line. Her shot on net going to be saved by Franz, covering it up here with 1:21 remaining in this period.
Yeah, one thing Pembina Valley's going to look to do here for the rest of the second period is just hold in there, hold in tight, because Winnipeg has really come on strong. Cody, you'd alluded to that, and if they can get out of this second period without, having another goal scored on them, I think they're going to desperately need that, and I think that'll carry momentum for them going into the third.
Definitely.
Coming up on a minute remaining here in the second period, a reverse hit there by Emily Foster. And meanwhile, we got a stoppage in play here, covering it up. Janina Karitonovic, and we'll get a face-off inside of the Avros zone.
Yeah, just to kind of build off of what you were saying there, Seth. It'll be key that Pembina Valley, kind of maintains the score that we are at. One big thing is getting a breath of fresh air between periods is going to be huge to kind of recharge the feet and the hands and everything to kind of make a bit of a push in the third period.
Weisner sends that towards the net. Puck is loose, but that's going to be covered up by Kaylee Franz. And Bayes losing her footing there, falling to the ice. Looks like she's a bit unhappy. There's no cross-check there on the play by the body language, what she was signaling, but we're just going to get a face-off to the left of Franz here in the Pembina Valley zone.
Yeah, Bayes there probably was looking for a bit of a call, but sometimes when your team does get up a bit in a game, sometimes you won't get the calls that you always would normally be getting in a normal game, a close game.
Now it's going to be kept in the Pembina Valley zone. Bayes going to send that towards the front. It's going to go a shot from Mosienko. Bayes now on the net, goes out to Mosienko. Mosienko couldn't get a clean shot on net. That's going to be covered up there by Kaylee Franz.
Yeah, it looked like the Avros player in the slot there just wasn't able to get a full stick on it, and Pembina Valley was able to cover it up and get a change here for the last 27 seconds.
And less than 30 seconds, of course, remaining in this period. The Avros up 3-1. Looking to... It's going to be in the Pembina Valley zone. They're trying to get it out. The Avros keeping it in. Going to be Puto sending that one out for Pembina Valley. Going to be sent back into Pembina Valley zone. And just like that, that's going to do it for this second period here. The Winnipeg Avros hold a 3-1 lead over the Pembina Valley Hawks here in Morden, Manitoba, heading into the third and final period. Depending on if this game gets tied up or not, but just looking at it in this period, a lucky bounce there for Pembina Valley on the goal, but one that they welcome for sure, getting that goal. Just take us through what happened on that play for them to create that chance to get that goal.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a chaos ensued in front of the Avros net there, and looked like on a clearing attempt. I believe it was Matani who had tried clearing it, and just kind of unluckily managed to put it on her own net. And yeah, that is definitely a bounce that Pembina Valley was looking for to kind of get the momentum going.
Talking about the Winnipeg Avros, you talked about how you really saw them starting to take control of the game. Just speak about what do you think we're going to expect from them in this final 20 minutes of play here?
Probably expect a lot of the same. They really have their feet moving real well today. They've been making it to every puck battle first, and they've had some active sticks, which is something I've seen Pembina Valley kind of get a little bit better on in that second period. Is they're kind of taking the shot lanes away a bit more in their passing lanes. They were able to kind of get some knees and sticks in the lanes to kind of break up some of the plays that Winnipeg was able to get going.
Well, we're going to send it to a commercial break here. Cody, I'm pretty sure we have an interview coming up, though, right?
Yeah, I believe we do have number 17 of the Winnipeg Avros, Tatum Nicholson, coming on for an interview after a short commercial break.
Send it to a commercial break real quick here. Our second period brought to you by Auto Works and Winkler. Vehicle repair, tires, or vehicle detailing. Auto Works is the place in southern Manitoba. Forsyth reporting for ASTV Productions in the second intermission. Joining me now is the Winnipeg Avros player number 17, Tatum Nicholson. Tatum, not in the game today for the team. Take us through why you're not in today's game for the Avros.
Sadly, I'm not in today's game because I have an ankle injury. In our showcase in Calgary, I blocked a shot on my ankle and it's pretty swollen, so I'm just taking it easy for a few games and hoping to get back next week.
How have things been feeling since the injuries happened, just the recovery, the stuff like that? How's it been going?
It's been going pretty good. I wish I was out there playing. It sucks watching, but yeah, like I said, hopefully I'll be back out there. So.
You were on the Winnipeg Ice last season. You end up making that switch over and playing for the Avros this season. Just speak about what the team environment's been like, how things have been going for you so far this.
Switching to the Avros has been awesome. I'm so glad that I made that change, and our team is really tight-knit, and we all get along really well. The energy in the room and on the ice is good, and we keep building each other up, and I think we all work well together.
Well, Tatum, hopefully you get back in the lineup soon. Thanks for joining me during this second intermission, and you enjoy the rest of today's game.
Yeah, thank you.
Tatum Nicholson, number 17 for the Winnipeg Avros, joining me during the second intermission. We'll be back in just a moment here on the network. Graham Forsyth from ASTV Productions reporting live here during the second intermission.
Making the world a better place is always a work in progress, because our idea of success is not an endpoint. It's a new milestone from which we can move forward. As industries rise and new technologies take shape, we're committed to keeping pace, to ensuring our innovations are shared and our journeys celebrated, even as we set our sights on where to go next. This is how we live, how we learn, how we grow. Red River College, what we're doing is working.
set? It should be. I just need them to stand in front so we know. Go over in front of the camera set so we know if you're good.
Do you need me at all here?
Oh. Yeah, but something. Oh, they keep looking
Can you pull that thing closer?
As close as it gets. Here, let's switch headsets. This is a little longer.
No.
Hurry up, boys. We should have been ready. Can you go one more step? There, perfect. You ready yet?
You bet. Welcome to the second period segment of Seth's Inside Scoop. I'll get it right this time there, Seth. Some action happened in that second period there. Some by the Avros, some by Pembina Valley. Tell us a little bit what you liked about Pembina Valley's effort in that second period.
Well, yeah, there was one thing I saw that they really improved on, and that was their forecheck. Their forecheck was a lot harder. I noticed also they were causing a lot of turnovers around the blue line and more this period, and that was really helping them out, I thought, which actually led to their first goal.
Definitely a hard forecheck there, led to kind of some mistake there by Avros player there to get the Pembina Valley goal. What are some of the things that Winnipeg is going to want to continue doing in this third and final period?
Well, yeah, for me, it's going to be the same thing that they need to continue going into the second, is maintain their speed and stay hard on that forecheck. They were so far this game, their speed has been very, very excellent, and that's been one of their main factors. Being able to get pucks to the net with their speed, getting odd man rushes, and being able to just drive the play offensively.
What was one of the biggest things you saw as an improvement from Pembina Valley between the first and second? What was the biggest thing that they had kind of improved on?
Yeah, well, I gotta say, going back towards my first point for what I liked, I gotta say it's their forecheck too. Honestly, they've been a lot harder on pucks. They've been I noticed in the neutral zone too is where it's been the best. They've had their forwards being really speedy and active in the play, and one player for Pembina Valley I think has done a very successful job of that is Ava Dalbozic. She never gives up on the play, and she's always going hard no matter what zone she's in, and she's caused a few turnovers like that as well.
Definitely a notable player today. Another player you kind of mentioned, and I kind of focused in a little bit on, was Fiala. She had really had a good second period there after kind of focusing in on her. What was some of the other good things you kind of saw in her in that second period?
Just being able to keep pucks in the zone. In the offensive zone, I've noticed her just a ton. Whenever the puck is getting chipped on the board, she is always make sure she's there with her stick and being able to keep the puck in the line and get pucks towards the net again.
All right, looks like we'll send it to a quick commercial break here before we get back to action here in the third period. back here in Morden, Manitoba for this third period between the Pembina Valley Hawks and the Winnipeg Avros. The Winnipeg Avros with a lead here heading into the third period over Pembina Valley. Looking at it so far, the Avros been pressuring, been forechecking, they've been relentless on the puck here today. What do you think that Pembina Valley is going to have to do in this period to kind of minimize that attack from the Winnipeg Avros here, Cody?
One thing I think that Pembina Valley is going to need to do is just continue to kind of get in the way of passes. Looking at the speed of the Avros, I don't know if Pembina Valley can quite match it as a whole team. So kind of clogging up the high danger areas is going to be something they'll look to do to kind of combat that high flying foot speed that the Avros do have.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I also think they should tighten up a little bit more defensively because, whenever you're going up against a team that is quite fast, one thing you can do to neutralize that is make sure you have your players on their player. Like, make sure you have your player where they're supposed to be and you're always covering up the neutral zone and making sure you can force the play.
Talking about that Pembina Valley goal again, created by Abby Borderouille throwing it out in front, and then they end up getting a lucky bounce, ends up in the back of the net on Yanina Karitanovic. Just take us through that goal, Seth, what you saw once again just from Borderouille on that play to make that happen.
Yeah, so the puck was rimmed around behind there, and the puck was shot, and I'm pretty sure it went behind the net, where it was going to go behind the net, but then it bounced off a player and into the net, and unfortunately for the Avros there, that puck went in.
The puck is dropped now. We're underway here in the third period. The Winnipeg Avros leading this game over the Pembina Valley Hawks. It's going to be Kylie Johnson in her own end, going over to Nora Collins. It's going to be picked up by Pembina Valley in the neutral zone now, and they're going to send it in. Abby Borderouille going off for a change here, getting a quick change early. It's going to be brought up by Nora Collins. Her pass way out of the reach of Weisner there. Now it's going to be sent across to Gracie Carrolls. That's just going to be out of her reach. She continues to put the pressure on Matani, however. Going to be held in the line there by the Hawks. Jessica Anderson jumping into the play now. Going to be sent in by Foster. And it's going to be Abby Borderouille recovering the puck here. He sent across. Or not Abby Borderouille, my apologies. These numbers a bit hard to read for Pembina Valley here today. Of course, this is their Cancer Care jerseys. And in tonight's game, all proceeds are going to Cancer Care Manitoba to help raise money for a good cause. And a great thing that Pembina Valley is doing here tonight for cancer. Good on them. Now we're going to be back to play here. Lazat going to send that over across to Mosienko in the neutral zone. Going to be sent in by Ella Speechley. It's going to be rimmed around now by Vanstone. Kylie Johnson into the play. Kylie Johnson bringing that out in front, and there's going to be a penalty coming up here on the play going to Pembina Valley. 2 minutes for hooking, sending the Avros to the girl advantage.
Yeah, and it looks like that is going to put us on the supplement insurance penalty kill. As an athlete, are you looking for additional coverage? Contact Supplement Insurance today.
The Avros here looking to extend their lead even more on the power play.
This will be a key penalty kill for the Hawks here. With still being only 2 goals down, it's still a game that's within reach, but going down, letting one in here is definitely going to deflate their sails a bit.
It's going to be Elizabeth Bird at the point. Passes that to Nora Collins. Nora Collins back up top. It's going to go to Johnson. Johnson just wide of the net. Now it's going to be Bird sending that to Johnson. Johnson unable to receive it cleanly. And Carrie Tonovich leaving that for Elizabeth Bird. Bird going to send that to Johnson. Going to be sent in by Fiala as Pembina Valley continuing on this penalty kill. And evading the pressure there is Bird, finding Bays, and Bays goes up to Weisner. Weisner has some space to work here. Weisner stops up. Weisner going to go down low to the captain, Courtney Bays. Courtney Bays going to send it back to Weisner. Weisner out across to Collins. Can't get a clean shot there on the net, and Franz going to come out, stand tall there, making that save.
Yeah, their power play today has really impressed me, the Avros. They're just cycling the puck really well, making great passes, and able to get those shots on the net. Even the sneaky shots have seemed to almost fool Franz here, but she's been strong as well.
Going to be one to Tomes. Tomes going to have that blocked. That's Mackenzie Cooling blocking that one. She's going to give chase on Matani, but Matani able to skate by her. Matani building up some speed in the neutral zone, now in to the Pembina Valley Hawks zone. She's around the net. She's going to go out in front to Rempel. Rempel, that slot, gets sent on net by Tomes, but it actually misses. And going to be sent down by Pembina Valley. 23 seconds remaining here on the Avros girl advantage. And Tomes going to send that one up to Huckaluck. Huckaluck now is going to end up carrying that offside. Getting a whistle here on the play.
Yeah, that whistle there definitely won't hurt Pembina Valley. Getting a face-off here where you can maybe tie it up and eat a little bit of the clock to get that penalty kill finished up and get back to even strength.
And just a side note here, Isabel Huckaluck ended up winning the Avros team belt in their win last night against the Westman Wildcats, saying that she was relentless on the puck and showed incredible effort from start to finish. It's going to be Lizotte now going to play that to Mosienko. Mosienko is on the puck, going to take a bad spill into the boards there. And Mosienko going down here for the Avros in this third period. Got taken out and fell awkwardly. And boy, this does not look good right now, boys.
No, that was a bad spill she took, and obviously all the concern goes out.
Yeah, hopefully she's able to, get up on her own free will. We don't need to have any additional help. But that did look like a hard spill there. Just kind of looked like Pembina Valley was reaching in and, just got the stick a little bit into the skates. And with the placement being so close to the corner boards there, I think it just kind of made it worse that it was turning into almost like a 90-degree hit into the boards there, kind of playing into the possible injury here.
Well, she has sat up now, so that is good news.
Definitely never want to see anybody down for too long.
No.
All the best wishes to her here.
And looks like she's getting up now.
That's
and
very good to see.
Great to see that. Looks like she is holding her side, hoping for a speedy recovery for Mosienko, Desia Mosienko here. And yeah, just a brutal thing to see. Just an awkward spill, a bad spill into the boards resulting in that. But she got up on her feet, was able to skate off the ice, and like I said, hoping she's okay here moving forward.
And it looks like we're going to go on the supplement insurance penalty kill. As an athlete, are you looking for additional coverage? Contact Supplement Insurance today.
Going to be cleared out by Pembina Valley. Carrie Tanovich. leaving that for a teammate there. Behind the net is Courtney Bays now. Bays getting pressured, but able to get that pass off to Kylie Johnson. Kylie Johnson taking it around the net now. Still behind the goal line, getting pressured. Beautiful forecheck in there by, I can't tell who it is, but great forecheck in there by Pembina Valley to keep the Avros in their own end. Continuing the pressure is Pembina Valley, and we're going to get a change. Anna Braun going off. Elizabeth Berg going to send that to Nora Collins. Collins in the neutral zone now. Sends that to Bays. It's going to go back to Collins. Collins past the blue line now. Dangling inside. Collins going out across. And Wisner's shot going to be saved and gloved there by Kaylee Franz. Stopping the play here with 46 seconds remaining in the Avros power play.
Yeah, fantastic kill so far for Pembina Valley. And that play there in behind all that effort, I think it was Bordeaux there who actually who was causing problems behind the net. But man, that was an excellent shift on the penalty kill.
Abby Bordeaux has been relentless on the puck in her own right today. Of course, creating that chance for the goal on that lucky bounce that Pembina Valley got in the second period to cut the lead down to 3-1 from 3-0. Now, getting past Pembina Valley, continuing to forecheck here on this power play for the Avros. Matani has some time. She's going to end up going to Tomes. Tomes goes back to Matani. Matani going to circle back again. On the net, she's going to end up going to Lazat now. Lazat going to go across to Huckaluk. Huckaluk unable to maintain clean possession of that one, but a nice stick from there to keep that puck in. And now it's going to be played off the boards. Going to be recovered by the Avros in the neutral zone. Wisner now. Wisner sending that on net, looking for a rebound. But Kaylee Franz having none of that, covering it up here to stop the play. We're back to even strength now. 3-1. The Winnipeg Avros lead in this game with 13:11 left in this third period here in Morden, Manitoba.
Yeah, that was definitely a big penalty kill by the Hawks there. Managed to keep a lot of pressure on the Avros, and other than the one sequence, weren't able to develop a lot of offense.
Here comes Caitlin Anderson skating with the puck. Anderson going to stop up. Anderson continuing with it. Going to go to the point to Vanstone. Vanstone shot through a screen, not getting through. Puck is there out in front. And that's going to be back in the Avros possession. Kaylin Wisner, the puck. She's going to go across to Kylie Johnson. Johnson going to go up the middle to Lubke. Lubke is going to get closed off there, and that's going to force a turnover. And that's just going to end up in Franz's crease, and she's going to cover it up here, stopping the play once again.
Yeah, since that middle of the second period, she's just been a brick wall, able to turn away everything that's come her way. Every rebound as well has been able to keep his way out.
And now a whiff on the pass there, but it gets out of the zone. It's in the neutral zone now. Elizabeth Bird. She's going to send that to Lazat. And Annika Braun going to pick it up, but a nice defensive play there by Bird with the stick. Knocking that away from Braun and taking it away. Bird going to be trying to play it up now. Gets sent wide of the net. The Avros looking to break out, and they do. It's in the feet of Courtney Bay. She's unable to receive that pass cleanly. Pembina Valley sending it into the zone now. And going to be no icing on the call. Huckaluk there for the Avros with the pressure. Rimmed around the boards now, going to be held in the line by Matani, and that's going to be sent out. And given chase there is either Cooling or Carroll's. That puck going to be sent out of play, and we'll be getting a face-off here coming up shortly.
Yeah, man, this third period's been very entertaining so far. A lot of back and forth action between both teams. Pembina Valley really stepping up here in the third.
Definitely back and forth affair here in the third period, and really looks like either team could open it up at any time.
It's going to be Maggie Matani behind her net. Going to play that around the boards to Weisner. And puck is going to be along the boards in the Pembina Valley, in the Avros zone. Maggie Matani now going to try passing that short pass to Weisner, but that one misses. And we'll get an icing, sending this one back into the Winnipeg Avros zone for a face-off.
So far this period, and actually this whole game, somebody I've really liked for the Hawks has been Mackenzie Cooling. She has been moving her feet quite well out there today. And another one is Gracie Carls. She's been moving her feet. She's wearing number 8 today, I believe. And yeah, she's definitely been buzzing out there.
Nice play there by Weisner. Weisner going out across to Hukuluk, but a beautiful save there by Kaylee Franz. Going to be rimmed on the boards. It's going to be down low now for the Avros. And going to be battling behind the net. The Avros trying to maintain possession of it. That pass going to be picked off by the Avros. Sending that below the goal line now. Now Pembina Valley trying to break out. They're able to keep in possession as well. Mackenzie Cooling with the puck, and she sends it into the Avro zone. Trying to go to a teammate in Gracie Carroll's, but unable to. Gracie Carroll's now battling in the zone. Now it's going to be sent across, but unable to get through that Avros crowd of players. Now Pembina Valley coming in now. It's going to be sent towards the net. Jessica Anderson, or maybe Cambrie Martens on the puck. Now it's going to be to Foster. Foster's shot going to be blocked. That is Cambrie Martens. Cambrie Martens sending it around the boards. Trying to get by is Lupke, but Lupke is going to get that taken away by her, by Foster. Foster able to evade Lupke. Going to be held in by Tomes. Tomes shot, and that's going to be right on, I believe, the Hawks logo of Franz, and she's going to cover it up and get a whistle here with 8:35 left in the frame.
Yeah, it was an excellent shift by Emily Foster, being able to keep that puck in the line by diving for it, and then back on that back check right before the puck was covered.
Face-off draw going to be won by the Hawks. It's going to go Caitlin Anderson, going to send that one in. It's going to be the Avros behind their net, looking to break out here. Pembina Valley going to hold them in the zone. Megan Tomes going to go to Collins. A quick pass over to Bays. Doesn't connect. Trying to go to Weisner. But a nice play there by Caitlin Anderson. Caitlin Anderson continuing to battle down low. Hawks team trying to hem the Avros in here and get something going with their pressure. Go to Weisner. Weisner with a beautiful dangle by Van Stone, but unable to complete that move after Van Stone got that puck back. Ella Speechley now, an AP in today's game for the Avros, ends up getting that puck out. Pembina Valley now, it's going to be a spill there by Emily Foster, falling to the ice. Now played around the boards to Nora Collins. Nora Collins trying to chip and go, but held in there by Pembina Valley. Pembina Valley still holding the zone. It's finally out. Collins getting it out, and she's going to go off for a change. Here's Lizotte with the puck now. Lizotte. The Avros unable to continue with it. And now move there, putting the puck past. Was a Pembina Valley Hawks player. Now it's going to be a shot from the point by Fair. Unable to get it there, though. Near the blue line, Pembina Valley sends it in deep. Coming up on the 6-minute mark here in this period. And going to be a physical play there. Pembina Valley able to hold it in the zone. Up in the pressure here. Puck stays in play. And now it's going to be Fair trying to send that one on net, but that one's going to be blocked. Rankowski getting the puck here. She's going to be pinned up along the boards by Dale Bozick there. Dale Bozick picking up the stick, recovering it. And Lizotte in the neutral zone for the Avros sends that one on net. Franz leaves it for a teammate. That's going to be played up to Caitlin Anderson. Anderson trying to go across, but Lubke there to disrupt that, forcing a turnover. Going to go to Weisner now. Weisner coming into the zone. Weisner trying to go to the inside, but she's going to be closed off there. Now the Avros holding it in at the line. Behind the Pembina Valley net now. Gonna be a goal! Kind of a shot from behind the net, or if not, on a weird angle, going the Avros' way, and they make this one a 4-1 game here with 5:01 remaining in this third period.
Yeah, sometimes some of the bounces go your way, as we saw in that second period with the Pembina Valley goal. And sometimes it looks like they don't. And where it looked like the Avros player was shooting from almost behind the net, looked like it maybe had tipped off maybe Franz's back leg there and maybe ricocheted into the net. They're hard to see from this angle.
And that goal extending this lead from 3-1 to 4-1 for the Avros. Shot's going to be stopped there by Carrie Tanovich. And the Avros into the neutral zone now. It's Elizabeth Bird continuing with the puck. Bird is finally going to be closed off, and that's going to be picked up by the Hawks. Going to be sent out in front. Bays there with a chance near the crease. And that's going to be stopped by Franz. She stopped a rebound as well, and she's going to cover the puck up here.
Yeah, some of those goals like that one we just saw can totally suck the life out of your team, but it still seems to me like there's some good positive energy on the Hawks bench, which is good to see.
Yeah, definitely a lot of positive, or the effort still looks like it's there late in this game, even though they are down by 3.
Going to be sent up to Cambrie Martens. Martens unable to get that pass cleanly, but continues to force pressure. Now trying to send that one towards the net, unable to. Pembina Valley here in the zone. It's going to be sent down by Foster, out of the reach of a teammate. And continuing now in the zone, it's going to be Puto, and along with another teammate, trying to get that puck. Bays recovering it for the Avros, and Lizotte is going to go cross ice to Collins. Nora Collins with a beautiful spin move there, and she's going to get that taken away from her by Emily Foster. Emily Foster past the red line, just dumps it down into the Avro zone. Going off for a change as well, getting some fresh legs out there on defense. And Caitlin Anderson's pass. Gonna come out of the zone. Rankowski dumps that in and gets stood up there by Vanstone. Vanstone trying to get physical a bit. We're going to get a hand pass and going to get a stoppage in play here with 3:07 left in this third period. 4-1 is the lead for the Winnipeg Avros here over the home team, the Pembina Valley Hawks.
Yeah, with it being so close to the end of the game here, I'd still, even though they were scored on in this third period, I'd venture to say this third period has been the best of the three that we've seen out of Pembina Valley yet today.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that, Cody.
And of course, the Hawks will be back in action tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. to face off against the Interlake Lightning. To this point, Interlake Lightning has no wins on the season, so they'll be coming into that game hungry tomorrow here in Morden. Weisner sending that towards the net, or into the slot for Rankowski, but unable to connect with her. Going to see an icing on the play, sending this back into the Pembina Valley zone.
Yeah, stretch pass didn't quite make the mark, but an almost a good opportunity for the Hawks. Unfortunately, that puck went over the stick and went down into the zone for an icing.
Yeah, sometimes when you get late in a game and you've been able to generate some, you try maybe pushing the play a little bit more, especially with only under 3 minutes left to play here.
And be sent out of the Pembina Valley zone. Here's Annika Braun giving chase, but Bird there to beat her to the puck. And now it's going to be sent up to Annika Braun. Annika Braun coming in now. Braun sending that out in front. And that's going to be saved by Carrie Tonovich. Covered up by Carrie Tonovich. The Avros not liking the activity in front of their net. Taking a stand. And both teams clearing away now.
Some liberties being thrown both ways late in the game.
Going to see some coincidental penalties coming up here. It's going to be Maggie Matani going to the box for the Avros. And as well as, I did not catch who went in the box for Pembina Valley, but...
Yeah, Graham, it looked like Abby Bordeaux went to the box for Pembina Valley, and looks like we're not going to be getting a power play or penalty kill here, just some good old-fashioned 5-on-5 hockey.
Yeah, the coincidental, both of the refs just decide to take both of those players. Rebound on net, scores! And get into the net there was Pembina Valley. I believe it is number 15, number 19, Jessica Anderson. And all of a sudden here with 2:20 left in this third, we got a 4-2 hockey game.
Yeah, that definitely, that second goal definitely makes it a little bit more attainable with 2 minutes left here. Possibly see a pulled goalie here if it does get to that.
Yeah, that late goal like that will definitely give your team a spark, and we are definitely in it here.
And that goal was brought to you today by Evolve Green.
Annika Braun coming into the zone now. She's trying to beat the defenseman wide, but unable to get by Kylie Johnson there. Lubke sending that on net. Going to go up to Annika Braun now. Annika Braun tries chipping that up, but a nice stick there by Maya Rempel to disrupt that. It's going to be picked off by Kylie Johnson now. She's coming in. Johnson shoots. Save's going to be made by Franz. Now near the line, Courtney Bays continuing to battle. Bays, strong on her skates here. Puck is going to be sent below the goal line now in the Pembina Valley zone. The Avros. That one gets on net, or gets towards the net, and that's going to be covered up by Kaylee Franz.
What a good play by Johnson to beat Anderson to that puck in the neutral zone.
And yeah, with it getting late here, with only 1 minute remaining, you can all but guarantee if the Pembina Valley does get possession of the puck, that Kaylee France is going to be taking a skate to the bench here.
The Avros still have possession of the puck. It's going to be played to Bays. Bays now going to try going to Weisner, but Weisner is going to be closed off there. And now it's going to be Jessica Anderson with the puck now. Jessica Anderson into the neutral zone and going to get an offside here on the play. Someone stepped over too soon over the blue line for Pembina Valley.
Yeah, I believe that was Cambrie Martens. Just kind of smiling about it, so that was kind of funny. But unfortunately for the Hawks, they weren't able to get an opportunity to do that offside call.
And yeah, Jessica Anderson, from the second period on, I've really noticed her step it up from that first period where kind of all the Pembina Valley players were looking a little subpar in that first, but she's definitely stepped it up in the second and third.
30 seconds remaining here in this game. A player being taken out, that's on Pembina Valley. That was Mackenzie Cooling. It's into the Pembina Valley zone now. Pembina Valley behind their own net. Looking to break out for one final chance here in this game. Into the neutral zone is Cooling. Cooling sending that one on net. Paddled aside there by Carrie Tanovich. And say hello to 5-1. The Winnipeg Avros defeat the Pembina Valley Hawks in tonight's game. 4-2, improving their record to 5-1, while Pembina Valley falls to 3-4 on the season.
Yeah, good effort from Pembina Valley, though, especially as the game progressed. As the game progressed, they were able to kind of match the Avros, effort and kind of able to neutralize some of the speed that they had over the Hawks early.
Yeah, it was a good game, and I do agree with you what you said about the Hawks coming out here in the third and really, really putting it on. There was a few shifts where there was quite a lot of turnovers caused by the Hawks, but unfortunately enough for them, they weren't able to come back in this game, and the Avros win 4-2 here.
Talking about player of the game today for both of you guys. Player of the game brought to you by Align Your Mind. Starting off with you, Cody. Who do you feel deserves the player of the game title in tonight's matchup?
Player of the game title today, I feel like, there's so many girls out tonight that had a good game. But if I were to kind of narrow it down, Maggie Mitani, she had been having a good game for herself. She was really moving the puck well from the back end and really able to find herself in all the defensive places that she needed to be to shut down Pembina Valley when the time did come.
A great choice there from Cody. Let's hear Seth's player of the game now in his opinion.
Yeah, I'm going to go to Pembina Valley here, and I'm going to go to a player I don't think got a point tonight, and I'm just going to go ahead and say Ava Dalboza, excuse me. She was just, she's a player that never gives up. I've seen it multiple times this game, and me and Cody have mentioned her multiple times and how hard she works, and, hard work definitely does pay off, and I think it paid off for her today because she had a fantastic game.
Well, that's going to do it for our players of the game for today's game here between Pembina Valley and the Winnipeg Avros. ASTV Productions will be back here tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. for Pembina Valley's next home game coming up against the Interlake Lightning. Pembina Valley looking to bounce back after tonight's 4-2 loss. This third period was brought to you by Supplemental Insurance. Insurance for athletes. Go to supplementalinsurance.ca. Well, I'm Graham Forsyth, play-by-play commentator for ASTV Productions. To my right, Cody Wall, my color commentator, and to my far right is Seth Rock. We'll be signing off here. We'll be back tomorrow here in Morden, Manitoba for that game against the Pembina Valley Hawks and the Interlake Lightning. But until then, folks, have a great night, and we hope to see you guys tune into this game tomorrow. Take care, everyone.